I am the one and only Eagle Double T, and in this video, I'm going to be reviewing the ProEX Xbox wired 360 controller. So let's begin. Long story short, right now my Xbox 360 controllers are at my friend's house. I left them there over the weekend. And the other day I had to go get a controller because I cannot live without my Xbox for more than like an hour or I will burst into flames and die. So picked one up. There were three options. A Afterglow controller, which I have a Wii U Pro controller that's Afterglow. I really don't like the joysticks, and I feel like it's just not like that good. There was also a Rock Candy, and then there was this. Now my friend had a Rock Candy, but I didn't think it was the best thing ever either because it was too small. So I figured I'd pick up this. And I am quite impressed with this. $20. Great controller. One thing I will have to complain about though is the lack of rumble. But for $20, I'm willing to overlook that because it has a lot of other great features. Like the joysticks. The joysticks, they're just great. These are actually some of the best joysticks I think I've ever seen on a controller. The texturing around the outside is like an Xbox One controller. Then you got the part in the middle, and when you hold it, you don't hear grinding like you would on Xbox One controller after a while. Really good joystick. The radius is perfect. I think this is one of the best joysticks I've ever seen in my life. The D-pad is okay. Nothing to complain about, but it's just not that amazing of a D-pad. Other joystick, just like the first one. The buttons are okay. Personally, I don't really like them that much, but they function just fine. The home button is okay. I mean, it's not... I don't think that any off-brand Xbox 360 controller home button will ever be as good as the original, but it works just fine. The back and start buttons are really cool. Look, they're slanted like that. I think it looks great. The bumpers are just fine. No complaints there. They work pretty much flawlessly. Then the triggers are much like Xbox One controller triggers, except honestly better. I mean, they're really good. Just responsive. Same thing with the joysticks. The joysticks are very responsive. Responsive triggers that are very comfortable. Now, this is a very, very big controller. The biggest controller I've ever held. So small hands will probably not fit this controller the best. But if you put this in the palm of your hand, my finger it'll reach the trigger, but it's a little uncomfortable. After playing for a few minutes, your hands just become naturally adjusted to it. Really comfortable. It's pretty similar in shape to an Xbox 360 controller comfort-wise. It looks like an Xbox One controller. It looks great with the texturing and then the gloss in the middle. I think it's really good looking. You have the headphone jack for your headset. One thing that will not work on this controller is the little keypad thing. The typing keypad thing. It will not work on this controller. It does not have the other slot things that I believe it has. The cord is really nice cord. Almost 10 feet. That's impressive. That's really nice. Can easily reach across my entire room. You got this nice little thing right there. Keep it whatever. Nice thick cord works fine. However, one thing I don't like is this. The way that it can come apart. Like that. Now, that keeps it from pulling your whole Xbox over if someone trips on the cord. However, I don't like it because if you lose this piece, it's a small piece, then, which you could easily lose, well then, guess what, you're screwed. So, I could throw it on the floor. Gone. No rumble. My biggest complaint. A little big, but overall with great triggers, great joysticks, it's comfortable. The build quality it's okay. It's not that bad. I would give this controller 4.5 stars out of 5. That is the Eagle Double T rating. I think it's a really good controller. If you're looking for an off-brand controller, I'd highly recommend this one over anything else I've ever touched. And this could possibly be the best off-brand controller I've ever held, and I've held a lot of different kinds. I am the one and only Eagle Double T signing off. Goodbye.